6 hours. That is how long it took me to make a YouTuber $6,000 from one single upload. Here is the proof. And I'm just a girl with zero experience on YouTube and no following, just to prove that this is not luck. But first, you need to understand why you've been completely misled about how to actually earn an income with YouTube. Then I'll show you this secret method that top creators are essentially paying people like me to do for them. But as a bonus, I want to show you the new and way more efficient way that people are using to earn money with YouTube with only a small amount of views. I'm talking $1,000 with just 200 views. So I am going to break it all down in this video. But first, if I show you this method and you don't listen to this first point, you're going to really struggle to not only earn an income on YouTube, but build a brand where you get paid to do what you love. So let's fix a bunch of misleading things that you have been programmed to think that you should be focusing on, but you actually should not be. Most people think that they need to go viral in order to be successful. Kind of like I did as a byproduct of the method I'm going to show you. But that is actually not what causes you to get an income on YouTube. I also see so many people thinking they just need to make a digital product and all of a sudden their problems will be solved. Maybe one of the most common things I hear is that it is the algorithm's fault, or that the algorithm is against them. I've also seen YouTubers spend all their time on things like editing a mid-roll section that they spend hours on and no one even watches it. But I hate to say it, you've kind of been lied to. All of these barely move the needle for you to be able to get paid with YouTube. The answer to what you should be focusing on requires you to understand that there is a barrier that lies behind your ability to make the videos themselves. What if I told you that there is one thing that determines 95% of your success on this platform? In order to show you what this is, imagine there are 10 YouTubers and some of them focus on perfecting their cinematography. Maybe they're begging people constantly to like and subscribe. Or maybe they only post a video when they feel like the video is good enough. Or maybe the worst of them all, they're posting all the time, right? So they have so many opportunities to learn and improve. It's kind of like going to the gym and not even tracking your weights and improving your technique over time. And then you've got the creator who is prioritizing packaging. We're going to give them a little crown. We want people to click and commit. I feel like I should put a trademark on that. It's like going on a first date and asking someone to subscribe to you, right? Asking someone to commit to you, but you've got scruffy hair, you smell. Why would they pour time into you? You can't expect people to do that. So you have to learn how to put yourself in your audience's or your ideal customer's shoes. So what I'm trying to say is that 95% of results comes from the title, the thumbnail, the idea, and the introduction. This is what we call the packaging. If you're guilty of having any of these limiting beliefs, you could be in way less pain, so make sure to subscribe and join the journey. Now, don't get me wrong, you might be a piece of gold, but you're currently wrapped in a trash bag, and you need to be a diamond wrapped in a beautiful, appealing, lovely box. So if you're still thinking, Anna, what has that got to do with actually earning an income? Once you know what makes people click and commit, you can make any video succeed and monetize in any way that you like. So here is how I used the exact method to help a YouTuber earn $6,000 from one single video. Maybe I'll get my head chopped off for this because I'm essentially going to be exposing exactly how top creators and YouTubers pay people like myself to grow their channels and businesses. So do me a favor and maybe don't share it to too many people. So I call this the packaging validation method, and it is 4 simple steps. The first is that you want to set up a new Gmail account. This can be multiple accounts. I personally use multiple, but all you really need is one. Then you're going to go ahead and you're going to download the 1 of 10 Chrome extension. There's also another Chrome extension out there. I actually can't remember what it's called because I don't have it anymore, but it lets you find similar channels to the one that you're looking on. For the third step, you then need to interact with the top creators in your niche or your topic or your area of expertise. So if it's fitness, you want to start following and subscribing and liking and watching all of the top creators' content. This is essentially going to be training the algorithm to feed you what people are actually interested in your niche. And you're going to start to learn what words pop up, what type of thumbnails get used, and just the general topics that people care about. But the true benefit of this is that it's going to start feeding you what we call outliers. These videos statistically performing really, really well, even though they're from maybe a small channel who doesn't really know how to make YouTube videos yet. Now, why are outliers good? Unfortunately, I wish this was not the case, and maybe this is a hot take, but people, not YouTube, not the algorithm, people do not click on creative videos. What do I mean by that? Yes, they do. There's so many creative YouTubers out there that people click on. What I am trying to say is that if you just completely make up your own title and thumbnail and video idea, that becomes a lot harder for people to essentially figure out why they should click and commit to your video. So the smartest thing that you can do is learn why certain packaging works. Why do people click on videos that feel safe? Why do they click on videos that feel clear, that feel actionable, whatever it may be that you realize? It's like music. You don't get angry at people for using a bridge in their song or a chorus. It is just everyone copying the same type of thing, except slightly changing something. If you want to succeed on YouTube, everything is a slight remix of something else that already works. Now for step 4. You don't want to copy these, okay? You're discovering these to learn from them. But if you do find an outlier, you can then remix that and apply it to your channel and your topic. So let me show you something as an example. You can see I have written in here, if you are creative but lazy, right? Look at all these videos that people have made, and some of them coming from channels where people have a very small subscriber count, or you can see they're not verified, they don't have a check mark next to their name. And they have used this and applied it to a new area of YouTube. Now, a lot of these people are straight up copying each other, which I do not condone. I think it's very lazy. But if you can see a form of packaging that works and change it for your channel, I think that that is a true formula for validating your packaging. You can see there's even a creator here who had a really big outlier for his channel. And the second he mentioned social media again, that's got way more views than all of his other videos. But he hasn't stopped to learn that that is the common factor, and that packaging works, and that idea works, and that topic works. People are interested in that. The only way to succeed is to learn from the best and to learn what works, because that is a direct reflection of what people like and what they want. And I know that might sound like a hot take, that you should be making content that people want. If you're making a YouTube channel that people don't want, I don't think I can help you. So you can see here, this is my list that I made for T-Dog Smitty. And if you combine the top 2 together, this has gone on to generate him 1 million+ views. And you can see here in view stats, this is literally generated him over $6,000. I mean, it used to be $5,000 the other month, and it just slowly clocks up over time. So it's essentially earning him an income in his sleep. It's pretty crazy stuff. So my advice to you would be, do not ever make a video unless you have validated the packaging. But remember how I said you don't actually need to go viral in order to be successful? What if you could actually generate an income with a small amount of views just by solving the right problem? See, most creators are trying to blow up by making self-centered content. I'm actually going to add this to the list of things that you could be doing wrong. And maybe they're making videos just because they feel right, not content that actually helps people and is backed by data. Which would you rather buy from? A person who posts pictures and makes vlogs about themselves that aren't actually that useful or beneficial to the world? Or someone who's saying that they can teach you how to make a week's worth of meal prep in 1 hour on a Sunday? I don't know about you, but I think I've made my choice. That's not to say that vlogs shouldn't be made. There is a place and a time for them sometimes, but thousands of YouTubers are abandoning their big channels right now. And they are starting more niche, value-first channels and making more money with fewer views. Why? Because YouTube isn't just a platform. It is a business engine. Now, don't take my word for it. Take Daniel's. One of the craziest voice messages I've ever received.
Like, I just closed $1,000 deal from YouTube just because I posted a YouTube video and it only got 200 views.
You should be quaking in your boots right now. When I had this realization that so many businesses were operating off of very small follower counts or subscribers or views, they realized how to make the right channel, it completely changed my mindset. When you combine the packaging validation method with an antiviral channel that focuses on helping people, you will not look back. So the old model essentially can earn you, $6,000 from YouTube ads alone. Realistically, he's probably earning a lot more from sponsors as well. And that requires 1 million+ views. It's very entertainment focused, but you still need good packaging because that is kind of the core of everything, which leads to low quality audiences and you need significantly more views. Then obviously you can get your YouTube monetization, which then leads to an income. But the new way, the way easier, the way more efficient way, this antiviral model, which we literally heard firsthand, can earn you $1,000 from 200 views, is value plus the good packaging, which leads to a high quality audience, which means you actually need way less views. You then just need to promote a mid to high ticket offer. So for those who don't understand, a mid to high ticket offer is something that's at least a couple $100 to sometimes a couple $1,000. And normally the way you want to do this is you just want to have some kind of service, something that you can do for the world. Maybe you're a personal trainer, maybe you're a video editor. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to be the best at what you do. And this then generates you an income. You simply need to have a helper's mindset, okay? The more helpful you are to the world, the better your videos will be, and the more you will attract an income. Once you stop trying to make videos that you feel like and start making videos that help people, it is so much easier. So if you want to stop being in pain trying to increase your income for your business or for your YouTube channel, then you know what to do.